So today was day 2 of my cycle tour. I went from Trenton, Ontario to Newcastle, Ontario. Again, it was around 100 kilometers. I think it was a little more, maybe 110, 120 at most. Uh, it wasn't too cold again, between 0 and 3 degrees or so. If it wasn't snowy, I didn't really have any trouble slipping or anything. It was kind of wet though, like on the ground. I think it rained a little. But I was okay. I was dressed up enough. I dressed up a little less on my face, a little less on my torso, my legs. Uh, but and maybe still like a little bit overdressed, but it's all right. I had the plastic kind of wraps on my feet over top of my shoes. To be honest, they didn't really help much. They kind of just held all the like moisture in. Uh, I guess what I'm gonna try to do tomorrow is have like plastic inside of my shoe, right? So even if my shoe's wet, uh, then my socks and feet don't get wet. Uh, so yeah, the weather was kind of cool actually. Like it got misty at one point as I was getting closer to Newcastle. So like all the car lights and stuff were just kind of like off somewhere in the mist, and sometimes you wouldn't be able to see a hill, but you'd see like all the lights go, up and down the hills. It's kind of similar to riding at night, but it looks nicer. um, I arrived around 5:30, so I did ride in the dark. Ideally I'd get get there like 4:30. But it wasn't for as long of a time. I had some issues again with my tires being punctured. What my last host said, right? The a bicycle mechanic. He basically said that if you're if the ground's wet like it was, then punctures are a lot more likely to occur. Because if there's something that could puncture your tire and you go over it, right? If it's dry, then okay, so maybe it punctures your tire, maybe it doesn't. But if it's wet, again, it could puncture your tire, but then it could also stick to your tire, and then every time you go over it with your tire, right? It might puncture it. Uh, yeah. Another thing he said was like sometimes whatever's like puncturing, I guess like the tube, right? Like it's really the tube that gets punctured, right? Sometimes it's like in the tire, right? So no matter how many tubes you put inside, or like it's kind of like it goes through the tire, right? So it's basically stuck in the tire. Sometimes no matter how many tubes you put inside, it just keeps uh keeps puncturing them. So you need to like clean out your tire, which I kind of tried to do. But yeah, in the end, like in the end, it's still I couldn't I couldn't really get it above a certain pressure, but it felt like it wasn't like super flat, so I just kept riding with it. It's really just my front tire that keeps doing this. Uh, but yeah, aside from that, it's been pretty good. Um, so yeah, no, I'm arriving in Toronto tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I might go on like the lake shore more, or I might not. I'm not sure. Uh, Got to think about which one's quicker, which one's which way is more convenient. Okay, yeah, so I think that's about it. So here are some pictures and some videos from today. I tried to take videos. Try being the key word. Uh, so yeah, it's kind of hard with the cell phone, but I'll try more, and I'm sure I'll get better. Okay, yeah. So hope you enjoy.